Good evening. Continue on with lesson 20 in unit 2, solving word problems involving additive and multiplicative comparisons. First example tonight, tape A and tape B, these tape diagrams. Tape A is showing that this square is worth 6 units, whatever it is. And then the bottom is comparing it to 3 units. And they want you to solve for x. So we need to have an equation to help us solve for x. So we've got 6, because each one of these is going to represent 6. So we have 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals x. Another way to doing that, because the additive, meaning that we're going to keep adding, we could do 3 groups of 6 is equal to 18. So when we solve for x, we're going to get 18 as an answer. Continue on with another tape diagrams. Tape A is we do not know, but we do know that tape B, all 4 of these boxes is all worth 20. So we got to know how much is just one of these boxes, and that's what we're going to be solving for x. So what we need to know now is we need to have the equation. We need to build the equation. You guys are going to have to do this too. So we need to solve for x. So how many do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we want to know how much is each one of those boxes, because all together they equal 20. So 20 divided by 4 is going to give us x. So x is we solve for. 4 goes into 20, well, 5 times. So one of these, each boxes is worth 5, because 5 times 4 is 20. Tape A and tape B. Tape A, one of the boxes is worth 9. And tape B, we're showing that one box is put in, it's worth 9. But all of these groups together all equal 72. We want to know how many groups of 9 do we have that equals 72. Well, we need an equation. And the equation we're going to have is, well, we want to know how many groups that we have. We need to know divide. So 72 divided by one of those boxes, which is 9, is equal to x. Solving for x, 9 times what gives us 72? Well, x is equal to 8. Okay, in our next one, we have in tape A, one of those boxes is worth 5. All together, these boxes that we would have, all the groups combined would all equal 15. So we need to make an equation, and the equation is going to help us solve for the x. How many groups do we have that will equal 15? So we're going to do 15 divided by 5, which would give us the x amount of groups that's in here. So x, 15 divided by 5, well, that's 3. There are 3 groups of 5 in these tape diagrams. Okay, in our next problem, they're giving us all the tapes. And this is about reading, okay? So Carla read. We're going to say that Carla read for 21 minutes. Her sister read 4 minutes. And then her dad read 21, comparing to what Carla read, but 4 times as much. So we got to solve how much did Carla read if her sister read 4 minutes more. So if we do 21 plus 4, that would give us 25 minutes. So Carla read for 25 minutes because her sister read 4 minutes, and we're comparing the two. But then the father read 21, but 4 times as much as Carla. So we're going to do 21 times 4, and that would give us 84 minutes. So Dad read 84 minutes, and Carla just read for 25 minutes. Okay, in our next problem, Mia's paper airplane travels 15 yards in 1 foot. Her paper plane travels a length two times as long as Shen's paper airplane. How far did Shen's airplane travel? So who traveled more? It would be Mia, that her paper plane traveled further than Shen. So Mia's number is going to be bigger and Shen's going to be smaller. But the thing that we have to do in order to solve this, we want to get rid of the yards and make it into feet because we have this extra 1 foot. So let's all keep it all unified, right? So now we have to do a conversion. So this one's going to have a lot more steps. So we know that 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. So in that case, we have 15 times 3 would be 45 feet. But we also have that 1 extra foot, so we need to add 1 foot onto there. And now we're going to get 46 feet. So if we continue and we make a tape diagram, all right, so this is representing Mia, and she's got, once we did the conversion, she has 46 feet. But then Shen, remember we said before, he's going to have less than Mia because Mia, her length went 2 times as long. So he is 2 times, that shows that that halfway mark. So this is half. So it goes up to about there. So half of 46, well, 46 divided by 2, because when we say a half of a number, we're basically dividing by 2. So that would be 23. So Shen's paper airplane went 23 feet. Jayla's paper airplane traveled 8 feet less than Mia's paper airplane. How far did Jayla's paper airplane travel? So you remember, Mia's paper airplane went 46 feet. That's what we had calculated before. Now we got Jayla coming in, and hers is not. It's going to be less because it says 8 feet less. So we're going to make it a little bit right there. And we're going to say this right here is going to show 8 feet. She didn't make it that long. She stopped right there. So if it's 8 feet less, then we're going to do 46 minus 8 is going to give us what Jayla had. And 46, so it's J plus 8, Jayla plus the 8, is going to give us 46. These are the equations that we need to know. And 46 minus 8, J, is equal to 38. Okay, let's finish off with the big one here. The perimeter of rectangle A is 42 meters. So I'm going to draw a perimeter. Let's see, this one is 42 meters. Then the perimeter of, no, so I'm sorry, wait, this is A. Now the rectangle B, I'm sorry, the perimeter of rectangle A is 3 times as long as the perimeter of rectangle B. So that means that A is bigger than B. And we're going to cut this up to show that it's 3 times as much as B. So B is just only going to be one part of that because it's 3 times as big. So the perimeter of rectangle C is 4 meters. So we're going to do 4 meters. 4 meters, all right? And it's less than rectangular A. So this is 4 meters less than rectangle A. So A is still more, so this is 4 meters. Now we have rectangle D. Rectangle D is 3 times as long as the perimeter of rectangle A. Wow, so D is going to be bigger than A because it's 3 times as long. So theirs is going to be a bigger amount. And each one of those is worth 42 meters because remember, it's 3 times as long as perimeter of rectangle A. So now we actually have to solve for this and figure out which each one is worth. Okay, so everything is being compared to rectangle A. And so we're going to make sure that we're going to be using that 42 meters in there. So for rectangle B, we know that for one of those, we're going to say for rectangle B, there is 42 meters, and we're going to be dividing by B. We're going to be dividing by 3 because there are 3 boxes, 3 groups, and B only represents 1 group. So there's going to be dividing by 3 to figure out just how much B by itself, that one lonely box is. And we're going to be dividing by 3. So this is the formula. So B is equal to 14. So B is 14 meters. So that's B. Now we got to do rectangle C. Now C says it's 4 meters less than rectangle. So less, we know that we're going to be subtracting. So we have 4 meters, right? So this is, let me reset, sorry. So we have 42 meters, that's what A is, and rectangle C is 4 meters less. And that's a formula. So now we have to solve for C. C, 42 minus 4 is 38. So rectangle C is 38 meters. Now we're on to rectangle D. D is 3 times as long as the perimeter of rectangle A. So this one, D, is definitely bigger than A. And it's 3 times as long. That's that magical comparison there. 3 times as long. So we're going to take 42, and we're going to multiply it by 3 because it's 3 times as much. And this is our equation, 42 times 3. 42 times 3, so D is equal to 626 meters. All right, so we have all of our equations. We solved for each one of these equations for this big problem. There's a lot of information there, but everything is being compared to rectangle A. What kind of photos do elves take? Gotta solve the next 2 problems to figure it out. Good luck. Okay, one of these rectangles is worth 16. The next one is adding on 4 more. Give me the equation and solve for X. I want to see the work tomorrow. Okay, one of the boxes is worth X. It's unknown. We have this many groups. It's all equal to 30. I want the equation and solve for X. Just bring in your work tomorrow. What kind of photos do elves take? Elfies. Like we take selfies. Have a good night.